this television. I am Buluwaji Ogumola. The federal government has formally banned the mounting of roadblocks for tax and levy collections nationwide. It also signed a new presumptive tax framework, PTF, to bring millions of small and informal businesses into the formal economy. Executive Secretary of the Joint Revenue Board, JRB, Olusegun Adesokun, made the announcement during the PTF signing at the Ministry of Finance in Abuja. Finance Minister and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, described the PTF as part of the tax reform program being implemented by the Bola Tinubu administration to expand the nation's tax base while protecting small businesses. The minister also said the regulations would provide clarity for tax authorities across the country and protect taxpayers from arbitrary assessments. The General Officer Commanding 8th Division Nigerian Army and Commander Sector 2 of Operation Fansanyama, Major General Bangbe Paul Kogner, has operationalized the deployment of 170 forest guards in the Arewa local government area of Kebbi State as part of a renewed push to strengthen security across vulnerable communities. At a ceremony held at the headquarters, Kangiwa in Arewa local government area, the GOC also donated key logistic items to boost the effectiveness of the guards who will operate under the control of the Nigerian Army. The support package includes 10 brand new motorcycles, 170 sleeping kits, and essential food supplies aimed at improving mobility, welfare, and operational readiness in the fight against terrorism, banditry, and other criminal activities across Kebbi and the wider Northwest region. Major General Kogner said that the intervention was designed to enhance rapid response capabilities and sustain field operations, particularly in remote forested areas, often exploited by criminal elements. The return of public water supply has brought relief for the residents of Eleyele and surrounding communities in Ibadan, but raised concerns about the water quality. The residents are now appealing to the Oyo State government to ensure that the water reaching their homes is not just available, but clean and safe for the consumption. Our reporter, Olamide Owolabi, reports.
For weeks, families in Ajobiare and Ijope Benjamin communities have once again heard the familiar sound of water running through their taps. After months of hardship and dependence on alternative sources, the steady supply eased daily struggles from cooking and washing to small-scale businesses that rely on water, but residents say their joy is incomplete. While commending the government for restoring supply over the past 2 months, some expressed worry over the discoloration of water observed in recent weeks, saying they still rely on additional filtering or boiling before drinking.
Every day, all the time, God bless you.
Like 2 months ago now, the thing is different. Truly, they are bringing it correctly. But only problem is not neat.
Since to me that in gbogbo le ládùúgbò yìí. Ton baba wa tún ṣe to mi yẹn bá mọ́ a máa sanwó. Torí owó náà máa fi ra chemical.
Gba te mú wá yìí a rí wí pé omi lẹ mú wá fún wa, but omi tí wọ́n mú wá fún wa láti jọ́ yìí a rí lò. A fi ń fọṣọ o, a ṣùgbọ́n a lè mú. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ a mú omi Ẹlẹ́yẹlé kan bá wa ṣe. Gbogbo àwọn oògùn tán máa fi sí tẹ́lẹ̀ tó fi ń dá tá fi mú dàgbà báyìí kí wọ́n jọ kan bá change ẹ̀ síbẹ̀.
Their concerns came to the fore during an inspection tour by the Water Corporation of Oyo State, led by Chairman Elias Adiojo. The team inspected the Eleyele Water Supply Scheme, one of the 7 schemes in the state, alongside facilities around the golf club and Lieutenant Barracks Reservoir, which supply water to Ologwen communities and Adamasingba Stadium. The inspection also spotlighted the corporation's billing system, as consumers are required to pay monthly for services rendered, a revenue stream officials say is crucial for sustaining operations. Responding to complaints, the chairman, Elias Adiojo, explained that the temporary discoloration reported in some areas was due to inadequate settlement of treated water in reservoirs before distribution. He identified poor electricity supply as a major challenge, noting that irregular power affects pumping capacity and consistent distribution.
What I'm actually about to trade to me is in tough market. It's jáde láti wá fún amajeko ṣe bí ọjọ́ kan ọjọ́ méjì kí gbogbo ká tó wá máa pump ẹ. What I'm saying ó depend ṣe tí kò bá síná nítorí pé iná tí ò kì í stable iná ni àsìkò tí iná bá wà da lọ fi ń sáré fún yín. But nísìnyí náà tí iná ti dá ńbẹ̀ yẹn díẹ̀ so a máa ní sùúrù bí ọjọ́ méjì ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ká tó máa tó sódà. Ìyàtọ̀ máa wà lágbára náà.
He appealed to residents to pay their water bills promptly to support maintenance and improvements while assuring them of government's commitment to providing clean, safe and reliable water. The team also visited Adamasingba Stadium to confirm adequate supply to the facility. For residents of LLA and other receiving supplies from the LLA water scheme, however, the message remains simple: water is life and it must be saved. Olamide Owolabi, BCOS News.
As tension continues to rise between the United States, Israel and Iran, global markets are already feeling the pressure. International development expert Dr. Adeboye Adeyemo advises caution, noting that the escalating conflict could trigger instability in energy prices and cause wider economic disruptions. BCOS reporter Bemisola Adebayo takes a closer look at the ongoing confrontation and its impact on global markets.
The crisis involving the United States, Israel, and Iran has escalated into a broader regional conflict. Missile strikes, casualties, and damage to key facilities, including oil shipping routes, have been reported. Oil prices are climbing sharply, fueling fears of inflation across the world. Experts warn that higher energy costs could lead to increased prices for food, transportation, and manufactured goods. For Nigeria, the impact is mixed. As an oil-producing nation, rising crude prices could boost government revenue and foreign exchange earnings in the short term. An international development expert, Dr. Adeboye Adeyemo, told BCOS News that the increase in oil prices may provide temporary fiscal relief and help strengthen external reserves. However, Nigerians are already feeling the effects as petrol prices have jumped from 825 naira to 935 naira per litre within 24 hours, increasing transportation costs and putting more pressure on households.
The regulation does not mean it's going to be selling at a local price, because crude oil has an international price, and it is that international price that you buy the crude oil that also going to determine some price that is going to be selling. Though we know that there's an arrangement with the federal government that is maintained in Naira. At a point in time it was stopped, then at another point in time it was revamped. I'm not even sure the status right now, but what is important that we need to know is that the Dangote refinery is a profit-making manufacturing organization. So they are going to sell at an international price, because it's not only in Nigeria alone that they source crude petrol, they source internationally, and it has to reflect their cost of production. So it's not a question of being charitable or I like people or so. No, it's just what the price is. The only aspect is that if it's getting some from Nigeria, like the previous agreement that they had, where it will be paid in Naira, that to some extent can help mitigate just slightly the price at which they can fix it. But honestly speaking, Dangote refinery should be considered and seen as an international venture.
Dr. Adeyemo also warns that if the conflict continues, it could disrupt global trade and slow economic growth. He advised the government to invest in critical infrastructure such as electricity, dams, and support for small and medium-scale enterprises to sustain economic reforms and cushion long-term risks.
We need to ensure that there are certain infrastructural development in terms of the energy, the dams, and encouraging small-scale producers, and so on and so forth. So it's all about, we've been talking about diversification, but it's not as if Nigeria economy is not diversified, but we need inputs, cheaper input in terms of energy supply, electricity. to ensure that the economy continues to grow. For me right now, our problem is infrastructural deficits.
While Nigeria may benefit from higher oil prices in the short term, long-term risks remain. Observers say it is crucial for the Nigerian government to plan carefully and implement stronger policies to protect the economy as the crisis unfolds. Bemisola Adebayo, BCOS News.
You can reach us on GoTV channel 134 and channel 113 on Star Times. Now, before I go, Nigeria belongs to us all, irrespective of ethnic group or religion. Let's live together in peace and harmony. That ends the midday news. Good afternoon.
And the angel of the Lord answered and said, He is not here, for he is risen as he said. Oh yes, Christ is alive forevermore. The 2026 BCOS Easter Committee invites you to spread joy, connect with communities, and give your brand the visibilities that it deserves as we roll out the red carpet for sponsors and advertisers to join us in the spirit of Easter. Are you a business owner, service provider, or visionary sponsor? This is your chance to make your brand the toast of the season by creating a memorable celebration for all. Take advantage of our widespread reach across multiple platforms for affordable sponsorship and advert packages to reach millions of eager viewers and listeners. For sponsorship and advert placement, contact the Easter Committee Chairman at Room 18, Iliakede, BCOS, Orita Basharun, Ibadan, or call 0805-641-4464. Let's spread the Easter cheer and make the season true.
ẹ káàsán bẹ̀ wọ̀nyí wa mo ti kì í pè káàbọ̀ sórí ìròyìn wa ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí fún tòní Gbénga Olókèdé lórúkọ tí mò ń jẹ́. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa ti fòfin de gbígbé igi dínà láti máa gba owó orí àti àwọn owó míì yíká ilẹ̀ wa Nàìjíríà. Bákan náà ni wọ́n ti fọwọ́ sí ìlànà owó orí ọ̀tun tí yóò jẹ́ kí àwọn olókoòwò kéékèèké rọ́wọ́ mú nínú ètò ọrọ̀ ajé. Akọ̀wé àgbà àjọ àpapọ̀ lórí àtìpawó wọlé Olúṣẹ́gun Adésọ̀kan ló kéde eléyìí lásìkò tó ń buwọ́ lu ìlànà ọ̀tun fún owó orí èyí tí wọ́n pè ní PTF iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìnáwó tó wà nílùú Àbújá. Mínísítà fẹ́tò ìnáwó tó tún jẹ́ alákòóso ètò ọrọ̀ ajé Wálé Ẹ̀dùn ṣàpèjúwe ìlànà ọ̀tun PTF ọ̀hún gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara àtúnṣe tó bá ètò owó orí tìjọba àpapọ̀ èyí tí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Tinubu ń dágbálé láti mú àmúgbòòrò bá owó orí àti láti dáàbò bo àwọn olókoòwò kéékèèké nílẹ̀ wa. Mínísítà ní òfin náà yóò ṣe àfọ̀mọ́ fún àwọn aláṣẹ tó ń gba owó orí yíká ilẹ̀ wa Nàìjíríà tí ó sì dáàbò bo àwọn tó ń san owó orí láti má jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa gba owó èyí tí kò yẹ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Adarí ọ̀wọ́ kẹjọ iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ogun orí ilẹ̀ tó tún jẹ́ adarí fún ọ̀wọ́ kejì ikọ̀ Operation Fasanyama ọ̀gágun Benga Paul ti mójútó kíkó àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò aṣọ́gbó àdọ́sàn níjọba ìbílẹ̀ Àríwá ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kẹ́bí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara ètò ìsọdọ̀tun láti ètò ìròyìn lágbára lẹ́ka ètò ààbò fáwọn agbègbè tí ètò ààbò wọn ò tí ì fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ níbi ètò tó wáyé ní olú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Àríwá ní Kàníwà. Ọ̀gá ológun náà tún fún àwọn ikọ̀ ológun ọ̀hún láwọn nǹkan èlò tí yóò mú kí iṣẹ́ wọn kó túbọ̀ rọrùn sí i. Lára àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n kó fún àwọn ọmọ ogun náà ni alùpùpù tuntun 10, ibùsùn àti oúnjẹ láti lè jẹ́ kí nǹkan rọrùn fún wọn lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ láti fi gbógun ti àwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí nípínlẹ̀ Kẹ́bí àti ní gbogbo apá ìwọ̀ oòrùn àríwá ilẹ̀ wa Nàìjíríà. Ọ̀gágun Kòǹgúlà ṣàlàyé pé ètò náà ni wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ o láti fi lè jẹ́ kí ẹsẹ̀ ètò ààbò kó túbọ̀ fi ẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ sí i. Ìdí àrùn ti dé bá àwọn olùgbé Ẹlẹ́yẹlé àti agbègbè rẹ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn o pẹ̀lú bí omi ẹ̀rọ ṣe ti padà sí àdúgbò náà, àmọ́ ohun tó kù ni pé kí omi náà jẹ́ èyí tí ó ṣe é mu. Èyí ló mú kí wọ́n rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ síjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ pé kí wọ́n rí i dájú pé omi ẹ̀rọ tó wá sí àdúgbò wọn ó mọ́ tónítóní tí ó sì dára fún mímu. Akọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS Ọlámídé Owólabí ń ròyìn bọ Olúwaṣeun Akíọ̀sùn òwò ìjábọ̀ ròyìn.
ọ̀sẹ̀ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn báyìí tí àwọn èèyàn olùgbé agbègbè Àjọbíaré àti Ìdí-Ọ̀pẹ Benjamin tún gbọ́ èrò omi ẹ̀rọ ní àdúgbò wọn lẹ́yìn ọ̀pọ̀ oṣù tí àwọn olùgbé agbègbè yìí ti fojú winá onírúurú ìpèníjà kí wọ́n tó lè rí omi lò, rí omi fi dá iná, fífọ àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ fọ̀ tàbí fún ìlò àwọn olókoòwò kéékèèké tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n nílò omi kí wọ́n tó lè ṣe àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń tà. Àmọ́ àwọn olùgbé yìí lórí ìpèsè omi ẹ̀rọ yìí bí èyí tó jẹ́ wípé ó sì kù ní ìbọn ń ró nígbà tí wọ́n ń gbóṣùbà fún ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fún bó ṣe dá wọn dá ìpèsè omi ẹ̀rọ padà sí agbègbè wọn láti bí oṣù méjì sẹ́yìn. Díẹ̀ lára àwọn èèyàn yìí wá kọminú lórí bó ṣe jẹ́ wípé omi yìí ló máa ń ní àwọ̀ tí kò mọ́ gara. Wọ́n wòye wípé láwọn ọ̀sẹ̀ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn ni àwọn ti ń ní irúfẹ́ irú omi yìí. Wọ́n ṣàlàyé pé níṣe ni àwọn tún máa ń gbé omi yìí kaná kó dáadáa kó tó di wípé wọn ò lè lò ó tàbí kí àwọn tún